Now we're going to talk about the three terms of the sales process. So the first term we're going to talk about is the short term. In this stage, the customer doesn't know that your company exists. They don't know that they have a problem, most likely. And thirdly, they don't know that there's a solution out there for it. So what you need to do in this period is you need to get to that customer and create awareness on all these levels. And that's hard. That's what we call missionary sales or demand generation. Later on, it's going to get easier, but at the beginning, it's a hard slog.
And is it fair to say, Bill, that in this stage, you really want boots on the ground, so to speak?
Yeah, that's usually what it is. You can't do this by just putting up a commercial or putting up an advertisement on their screen. Maybe some very clever commercials whet people's appetite, but at the end of the day, it's boots on the ground to talk to them. And all the way, by the way, your, quote, salespeople at this time are really what we call business development. They're iterating with the customer. They're understanding, what they think and what they really want out of the product, what they like, what they don't like. So this is really kind of extended product development in some ways, yeah. But it's directly with the customers where they're paying for it too.
I once heard a story about one of the founders of eHarmony, and that person just would go around the country to marriage counseling seminars, and he was just so passionate about how you could just get people to meet and find a happy marriage, and that's all he would do. And to a lot of people, that explained a lot of the early success of eHarmony.
Yeah, and in some sense, you can think of that as primary customer research. But here, you're also selling now. You're really in advocacy mode.
You're shifting from inquiry to advocacy.
Absolutely. And now you're trying to find out, will they pay? Will they pay? So you're selling. You're selling what you have. But you're understanding that you could change it a little bit. So to summarize the first term, it's going to be very expensive. It's going to be very expensive because we need to get salespeople out there, human beings, who are selling. And not only do we need to pay their salary, but we're going to have to pay commission. We're going to have to pay for planes, trains, and automobiles. We're going to need dinners, wining and dining, and taking them to games, socializing, buying demo units, all these types of things, because the product is just getting out into the marketplace. So this first term think of it as a year where you're going to have to really invest. So your costs of customer acquisition are going to be very high. You're going to have to pay a lot of people, and you're not going to get a lot of sales. But now as we move into the second stage, the medium term, that's going to be where the cost should start to come down, because some of those seeds we planted early with the direct sales, we're going to get follow-on orders that hopefully we can do over the phone. We're not going to have to get on the plane. We're not going to have to send people out there. And so now we're going to start to see follow-on orders, hopefully 3, 4, 5, 10, 50. And now our costs are going to start coming down even more so. Hopefully people in the market are going to get to know about our product, and then they'll buy it through the website. They might even buy it through the retail channel.
And that means you need to be adjusting your sales strategy accordingly, right?
Exactly. It doesn't mean you're going to get rid of those direct salespeople, but now you're going to have additional sales channels, because those are the channels where you're going to do what we call demand fulfillment. That is, someone already knows about your product and they want your product. And so now you don't have to have that heavy-duty interaction with them. This is where word of mouth is starting to kick in. So this indirect channel, it's less costly for you. And they don't need to go out and talk to the customers, because all they're doing is demand fulfillment. Now, ultimately, that's still going to be expensive, and you might still have the same salespeople, but your volume is going to go up significantly, and you're going to have these other channels as well. Over the long term, generally, what you're looking to do is you're trying to move as much direct to the customer, not through salespeople, through your website or through even maybe telemarketing, maybe through resellers. But now that you're getting high volume with very low costs relative to each unit. So in the long term, the costs are going to come down, and that's what we call steady state. So these are the three terms that I think about. Short term, you're trying to get the market, create market awareness, get your product out there, start to develop word of mouth, refine the product. Medium term, you're starting to get traction. Now in the long term, You should have traction, you should have excellent word of mouth, and now the cost should come down. These three terms are what we're going to analyze cost of customer acquisition in. And it's important to first understand mapping the sales channel, how that's going to look.